It's been a while, huh? Welcome back to How K-Pop Groups Are Formed. Today we're gonna know all about the newest monster rookie group on the scene, who already went through some controversy and broke a 2-year-old record set by none other than ITZY. Now let's learn how Starship Entertainment new group IVE was formed and discovered, from pre-debut to trainee life and now debut.
4, 5, 6, 7. You make me feel like 11.
IVE is a 6-member girl group that debuted on December 1st, 2021, with the debut song 11 and the first single album by the same name, with the fandom name DIVE. Now, IVE debuted out of Starship Entertainment, the company that brought us Sistar in 2010, Monsta X in 2015, Wooju Sunyeon or Cosmic Girls in 2016, and Gravity last year in 2020. But many were waiting specifically for IVE, and trust me, that wait was worth it. What led to IVE being an immediate success and hyped up group in 2021 is the fact that they have 2 members that were promoted for 2.5 years in the national and international spotlight with the iconic group IZ*ONE. But let's talk about the group's name. If you're a bit confused like me at first, who called them IVE in my past video, will finally debut IZ*ONE members Wonyoung and Yujin in their new group, IVE.
Bruh.
I know, it all can be confusing. And you know what could help you relax? A good book, or single-handedly striking down this 6-headed boss Hydra in Raid Shadow Legends, the sponsor of today's video. Use my links below to download Raid yourself to your mobile phone or PC. Now back to this little guy. Each head adds a whole new level of difficulty and thrill, like the Head of Mischief, which is a much of a problem as it sounds. During its turn, it can steal all the buff from one of your champions and pass it around to the other Hydra heads in the battle. If it happens at the wrong time, it can leave you with nothing and a fully beefed up Hydra. Paired up with this head, the Head of Suffering, is a nightmare duo. This head basically makes you suffer from a new ability, Pain Link, that lets it share the damage you deal it. To put it simply, hitting this head is like hitting yourself in the face. Besides this OP boss, there are tons I like about Raid, like the great attention to detail from graphics to a limitless campaign, with literally hundreds of champions to build a beast team. On top of that, it's the holidays, thank God. So Raid's got a full schedule of festive activities with special events and tournaments, and even some new fusion events that help you add some of Raid's incredible festive champions to your collection. Raid is also giving away super limited edition champion to every player in the game. Some of you may recognize him already. It's esports legend and Navi superstar Simple. Between now and January 28, 2022, Simple's limited edition champ is available for free to both new and old players in Raid. Hit the link in the description or scan my QR code and you'll get an epic champion Rector Draft, 200k silver, 1 energy refill, and 1 XP boost, and 1 ancient shard so you can summon awesome champions as soon as you get into the game. Once you download it, go here to get all of that loot. Download Raid to support me and the channel and have some fun and try to beat this guy if you can. And now back to the video. IVE is short for I have. Basically, the girls have everything and are ready to show it off. And you may be surprised that they broke records, but not in a good way. I would say they broke the record for the fastest controversy in K-pop history. Okay, it wasn't that serious. The story goes, in a promotional video for their upcoming appearance on Weekly Idol, the group introduced themselves with their saying and introduction gesture. Nobody really paid attention to it until the group's debut showcase. This time, some began to raise concerns about the hand sign they use. They quickly pointed out that forming the letter E with their right hand was identical to another girl group's introduction, that being Everglow. Luckily, people didn't make a big deal out of it, but many did agree that an introduction is something unique and important for a new K-pop group, and Starship and IVE agreed. They apologized and said that they will revise it for the future. The real record IVE broke was the one that was broken by ITZY in 2019. At the time, ITZY had the fastest first win by a girl group in K-pop, only 9 days after debuting with Tala Tala. And now in 2021, 7 days after debuting, IVE shattered that record by winning on Show Champion on December 8th. Oh yeah, and doing it against EXO's Kai, Everglow, and Twice. I say this is just a warning sign for everyone about the potential of IVE. And now let's learn more about the members. Yujin was born in 2003 in Cheonju, South Korea. Like I mentioned, Yujin and Wonyoung are most popular for being in IZ*ONE. F in the chat for the legends. But before that, Yujin's rise to fame was actually being featured in a commercial for contact lenses. That's right. And I gotta say, this is probably the dopest pre-debut activity you can have. Like, these idols that are debuting now are not having the cringy pre-debut commercials or photos anymore. But we are gonna miss them. Then under Starship, Yujin appeared in a handful of music videos for Starship artists. Then in 2018, Mnet would begin production on the newest edition of their hit survival produced series, and they were looking for trainees. In comes Yujin and Wonyoung, both representing Starship Entertainment. As you already know, these two would make it to the end and join IVE. Now, I don't need to explain to you how IVE went on to be the hottest thing in Korea and Japan at the same time. From sales, to wins, to awards, to concerts. But at the same time, Yujin and Wonyoung were starting to be known by the entire Korean public that even this fanboy's body just started convulsing when meeting them. OMG. Yujin would return to Starship Entertainment after IVE's contract ended earlier this year. But IVE was the blessing Starship needed to have the biggest girl group on their hands. Yujin and Wonyoung would begin the countdown to their debut. And finally, Yujin would find her forever group, debuting as the vocalist, and the giant baby of IVE is now the leader of IVE. Gaeul was born in 2002 in Incheon, South Korea. We don't know much yet about her pre-debut activities or how she got into K-pop, except that she has been training for 3 to 4 years in Starship, and it is also said that she initially was casted by JYP Entertainment before changing to Starship. While in Starship Entertainment, she got close to Yujin and Wonyoung. In fact, Gaeul was originally going to join them and participate in Produce 48, but for some reason she didn't. She just had to wait a little bit longer for her chance to debut as the rapper of IVE. Nae was born in 2004 in Nagoya, Japan, which means she's the only foreign member in IVE, and making a bit of history as the first Japanese idol to debut out of Starship Entertainment. Being born and raised in Japan, Nae probably saw K-pop's initial rise in Japan in the early 2000s. Being motivated by K-pop, she decided to audition for Starship Entertainment when they came to Japan. When she passed and was accepted by Starship, she moved to Korea to start training and enrolled in an art school. After some time, Nae was announced as the 5th member to join IVE and debut as the rapper and vocalist of the group. Oh yeah, and she met one of her idols, Red Velvet's Joy, and left a heartwarming message saying, "I dreamt of becoming a singer while watching you." I am not crying, you are, okay? Wonyoung was born in 2004 in Seoul, South Korea. What you may not know is that while being born in Korea, Wonyoung is part Taiwanese. Her father is Korean but grew up in Taiwan, where he met Wonyoung's mother, who is part Korean and part Taiwanese. You know how it is life. Early on, Wonyoung was very bright. She began to learn English in an English kindergarten in Korea, where she had to speak English. Now, while her pronunciation is nearly perfect, she isn't completely fluent in English. But I mean, she could fool all of us.
I'm so beyond excited to finally make a debut and perform today at the showcase. I won't disappoint you. Thank you. Thank you. 감사합니다.
Do you ever feel like a piece of trash compared to people like Wonyoung? Anyways, her father was a music teacher, which is probably where Wonyoung got inspired to pursue a life in music. Somehow, Wonyoung ended up in Starship Entertainment, and you can catch her in pre-debut activities. Then Produce 48 came along, and it almost seemed like Wonyoung was made for this show. She was revealed to be the first place winner of the show with over 300,000 views, becoming the center and face of IVE. Oh, and another fun fact, the finale was on her 14th birthday. Yeah, she was 14 here. Wonyoung was an immediate superstar idol at such a young age when she was with IVE, as they became a household name in K-pop. But then it came to an end, but not for Wonyoung, as she was basically guaranteed to be a dominant giant in K-pop. No, literally, she's like 5'7" or 173 centimeters. And now Wonyoung, with all that talent, brought it to her new group, becoming the vocalist and face of IVE. Liz was born in 2004 in Jeju, South Korea. Coming from this island off the southern coast of South Korea, there wasn't much opportunity in music when Liz was growing up. Aside from playing sports and becoming a part of a dance group at her middle school, when it came to high school, Liz had bigger plans. And so she moved to Seoul when she turned 16. She entered Starship Entertainment and began training to be an idol. Liz was another IVE member that was supposed to join the others in Produce 48, but didn't. Liz was still able to work on projects like acting for Taeyeon's This Christmas music video. Still training, she probably saw that her dream of debuting was happening soon, and she decided to focus totally and go all in on becoming a K-pop idol. That she is rumored to have dropped out of school before debuting. It looks to have paid off as she debuted as the main vocalist of IVE. And last but not least, Leeseo was born in 2007 in Gyeonggi, South Korea. And Leeseo got into the entertainment world really young, and it all started at another big company. Well, one of the largest in Korean entertainment. She was a member of SM Entertainment Kids' first generation models. Eventually, she decided to switch to training to be an idol and switch from SM to Starship, where she trained for 2 years, debuting as the vocalist and maknae, the youngest of IVE.